All right, let's do this. Seems like we got it all together. Let's go. And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Welcome back to my stream. I'm Pierre, your host. I hope you're all doing okay. I know that I am. So my friends, let's start off our day like we always do. We're going to go over to the computer. We're going to check out what we did yesterday, and then we'll tackle our day from there. So what did we do yesterday? Well, we started off by adding the signature to the 3 paintings that we did the day before. Then we moved them and put them in the little living room there so they could dry. Unrolled a new canvas, sized it, cut it up, and then stapled it to the wall. And we added a coat of gesso just because the industrial coat is pretty bad. So let's continue and let's start our day. So what are we going to do today? We're going to size up our painting and we're going to put the first coat of our background. So this stream is going to be no longer, I would guess, 15, 20 minutes maybe. So let's not waste any time. So I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to paint. All I do know is the color I want for a background. And I'm going to use these new colors that I've been working on lately. So we're going to go with a light purple mauve. So that's what we're going to do. But first of all, since I like having frames, let's map out the frame that we will use. So I don't know, what is this? About 3-4 inches maybe? I don't know. Just going to eyeball it. This looks pretty good. So I'm going to use my compass, make a couple lines, and where they cross, that will be the inside of our painting, or our frame, I should say. There we go. I'm not 1/8 of an inch close. So let's do it like this. Boom. Very good. And in this lower corner, I would say right about there. And right here, little mark in the middle because my ruler won't span the whole canvas. There we go. So we got that done. Let's just mark this out. There we go. Boy, this pencil line is, there we go. I'm just going to put a quick edge on my pencil here with my sharpener. There we go. Okay, so let's do the next one. Right about there. Just like that. Very good. Okay. Okay, so we got our frame traced out. And then I am looking for my makeshift compass because I'm going to want offside a circle right here. And then once that's traced out, we can start filling in. So Where do I want this? Maybe something like that. So let's measure how wide this is, and we'll just cut it in half like that. I know that I'll be 84, so we need what, 42 inches. That will be more or less the center of our canvas. Up 42 centimeters. And so just going to do this very lightly, just to be sure this is going to be the right size. Make it just a hair bigger, maybe, I guess. Like an inch bigger. Oh. Like this, I guess. Well, that didn't work out very good. What's going on here? There we go. God, this pencil is awfully soft. Ugh. Don't like it that much. So let's erase this inner circle so we don't forget and screw up later. I have no idea what's going to go here. We'll figure that out when the time comes. There we go. Okay, so we know there's our circle, and now we can get the paint ready. We're going to go with that light purple mauve color. So here's the purple. I have a palette right here. Let me grab a knife. Now, I'm not going to need that much purple because the purple is so strong, it overwhelms the white paint. So maybe I'll start by putting the white first. Okay, I'm going to need quite a bit. So I'm going to start off with this. That amount. Now all I have to do is add more if I need more. And then I'm just going to mix it all together. I'm going to add a little bit of water like that, just like that. And I'm going to go over to camera number 1. And we'll mix this together. Let me bring this over here a little bit. There you go, bring this down. So, let's blend all this together and see what we come up with. There we go, beautiful, beautiful light purple. There we go, I'm going to need, of course, a little more water than that. So, I'm just going to bring this jar way over here. Right there, just like that. Come back to camera number 1. And we'll add more water. One more big swish. Wow, I'm never going to have enough paint right there. This will not be, I don't think I'm going to have enough paint there. So I might as well make some more right away, don't you think? Okay, so let's come back to here. Come back to this camera. I am going to add more white paint, more purple as well. Where's my knife? There you are. There we go. In this case, I think it's better to have a little too much than not enough. Like I said, if I put this on lightly and the fan is on, it'll dry quickly. By the time, if I start on that upper left-hand side, by the time I get down here on the lower right-hand side, I'll be able to go back and put that second coat on right away. I'll just have to remember to put my fan on full blast when I start painting like that. I'm sure it'll have time to dry. Then I'm just going to put another little swig of purple. And this first coat isn't all that important. The second coat is really the one that's going to count the most. And then on top of that, I'm going to put some shading, of course, some darker, lighter colors to give it some depth and some richness. So a lot of room for flexibility, a lot of room to move. So let me come back to camera number one, where we'll do all this blending together right here and see what we come up with. I have a feeling it's going to get quite a bit darker because I added quite a bit of purple. Maybe the white that we added will compensate. I have to keep in mind as well that when the paint dries, it has a tendency to darken as well. So it's always better to make it a little bit lighter than what your eyes see when you're putting the paint down on the canvas, because it will change as it dries overnight. Look at that, that's beautiful, beautiful purple there, right? Nice mauve. Okay. I think I have plenty of paint there. So let me just pull the camera up here. We're going to start on that upper left-hand corner. I'm going to move the camera over to the side so I'm not in front of it. Just like that. Let me move things up around. There we go. Put this back a little bit. Okay, so let's go for it. Get the edge of our frame done first. There we go. Look at that beautiful, beautiful move. I'm kind of excited, even though I don't know what I'm going to be doing really, but I'm still getting excited about what's going to happen here. All right. There we go. Just kind of like doing the hard part first. The part where I have to be concentrated. There we go. And let's do the outline of our circle as well. Here, I don't really have to be this close to the line because there will be a black outline anyways. But I can't help myself. There we go. And before I continue, I am going to just bring my fan over. As I mentioned earlier, I forgot to do that. Now I have it on low. I'm going to put it on medium high. Of course, it's going to blow my hair all over the place, but what the hell. Okay, so that should do the trick. I can feel the fan. Okay. Like that, if we could put both coats on today, that would be awesome. Tomorrow, all we'd have to do is the shading. So let's get back to this. Let's not get too sloppy either here. Okay. All right. So let's come on back over here and work our way down. And I thought I had enough paint to do 2 coats, but I doubt it. Add a little drop of water. Check out the computer, see that everything, we are on the same wavelength. Okay, I see I'm going to have to start stretching my paint with some water because there's no way I'm going to have enough. There we go. I'm just going to clean off my little bit of purple that I spilled over because I have no idea what the background color of the frame's going to be, so just not to be penalized. There we go. Okay, let's continue. What am I going to do? Let's go with this. Okay. All right, there we go. Forget to move the camera. And that is some of the tricky things. You gotta think about what you're going to paint, and then you got to think also about the cameras for this live stream. Think about the cameras for editing and making the little movie at the end. So all these little things I got to think about as I'm painting. Sometimes it's just not that obvious. When I'm concentrated, I just forget to move one or the other. Then the worst, of course, is when I'm painting and without noticing or knowing about it, my camera gets blurry. Even though I have it on manual, the setting on manual focus, it still goes out of focus sometimes and screws up my whole thing. So that also is a real pain in the neck. I got to be careful about that as well. And keep spilling little drops of purple on my frame, which I would really like to avoid. There we go. Guess I'm painting just a little bit too fast, a little too brutal in my gestures. Just gonna cool down the pace here. Oh. And I can see already where the paint is drying that it is getting darker. So my second coat, which is to hide all the brush strokes, I will do it lighter than this coat. I really wanted this to be very pastel-like and a very light purple. Okay, so there's the first coat. And it's not drying as fast as I was hoping it would. So let me just step back for a second. So let me look from further back. Yeah, I will have to make that second coat a little bit lighter, I think. Not much, but just a little bit. And I can see I skipped some spots right there. So unfortunately, I was hoping that it would dry a lot faster and that we would be able to put the second coat down right away. But you know what? I can't. It's not dry. So if I put that second coat on the first coat, which isn't dry, well, just like with house painting, it will stick and it will become a catastrophe. It'll be horrible. So as I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, it's going to be a short stream. Unfortunately, it's going to be even shorter than I thought. I was hoping we could do these 2 coats today like that. Tomorrow, we could just do the shadowing and start the details. But anyways, that's the way it goes. So we are going to call it a day. I want to thank you all for joining me on this very short stream, just a little half an hour. And I hope as well you'll join me tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern time, and we'll continue with the second coat. I mean, most of these paintings, they are always like that. The beginning, well, it takes a whole week just to get the background done. And there's no going around it. So anyways, so like usual, what am I going to do? Like usual, I'm going to leave you with 2 things. There we go. Now that my mind is coming back, I'm going to leave you with my schedule, of course, and by saying, ciao, mes amis.